Hey puppy. He's a good puppy. Hey puppy puppy. Hey puppy puppy. Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat for a good girl? Ow! Ow! Damn it, doggy. Don't bite me on the fucking nipple. Come here. Are you a good girl? Are you a good girl or are you a bad girl? Because good girls are going to get a treat. Oi! Good girls are going to get a treat. Bad girls are not going to get a treat. Are you a good girl or a bad girl? What do you think? I think you're going to be a good girl, yeah? All right, let's get a treat. A little treaty treaty. A little treaty treaty. Let's go with these ones. They're rodeos. Wah. Come on, go sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down. Go lay down. Okay, get on your box. Alright. Are you a good girl? Are you being a good girl? Alright, go on in. Take it to your bed. On your bed. No, that's my bed. That's my bed, darling. Get over there. Move. Come on. Move. What did I say about good girl? Get over on your own side. Go on. Yeah? You? Don't eat it too fast, okay? Yeah. Hey, Papa. How you doing, mate? Come join me. One sec. Let me find the link. No, that's not it. That's it. There. There's a link, mate. Come chat with me. Come have a chat with me. Yeah? You're a good girl, aren't you? Yeah, I subbed to you again. Yeah, I did sub you up again, Papa. It's... What? Jew? What you up? What you up, puppy? Hey? What you up, puppy? Yeah? Oh, puppy. You're such a clever puppy. Don't bite me again. Hey! Don't bite me! You? Hey! Stop biting, you. Yeah, where's your toys? Look, yeah, this is your bitey thing. Bite that. Wow, long time no see, man. How you doing, UK 420? Been a while. I hope you're good. Hope you and the family had a good holiday. Hey, Papa.
Yes, sir. How about you? You have a good holiday?
Best I could.
Yeah,
Best I could considering. Oi.
Good puppy, I see.
Yeah.
What's that, black lab?
I think it's a Staffy. My daughter thinks it's a Staffy. My wife's friend thinks there's something else there. Yeah?
Yeah.
She thinks it's
a black lab.
Yeah, she thinks it's that it's a cross between a Staffy and something else.
Yeah, he's a nice dog.
Yeah. I don't know. You see, she's still a puppy. And so
Yeah,
she's still got growing to do. So although she looks like a Staffy, she's got a more wiry frame. You know, it's not because Staffies have got great big massive shoulders, haven't they? Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Well, she ain't got big massive shoulders, and I don't know whether it's because she's young and she's going to grow into the shoulders, or whether she's a mix. Yeah. They called her. They said that the breed was a bull herder. But I think it was more. I think it was more bullshit herder. Yeah. Hey, puppy, puppy, puppy! Outside, outside, darling. Come on. Outside. Yeah. Off you go. Go wee wee. Go on. Sorry, we're still training.
Yeah, it takes time.
We're still training. She when I got her, she was pissing and shitting all over the floor here. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it.
Just pissing and shitting everywhere. There were puddles of piss over there, you know. Hey, darling, did you go? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you all happy. Yeah, I wish I could be that happy after a piss.
I know, huh? OMG, I'm gonna make a coffee. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Get on your side. Look. Stop making a mess, you. You. Yeah. Good seeing you, mate. Why don't you join in? 420, yeah? Come join in, chat with us. Yeah. Well, come join us. Come join us, mate, on StreamYard. Come chat with us. Yeah. Right, madam. Are you going to leave me alone while I have a smoke? You're not even listening to me, are you? You're too busy chewing your bit of rope. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you, mate. You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to show your face. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to show your face. Like, I know who you are. Yeah. Get off that, would you? Anything that sticks out, this puppy wants to chew. Hey. Hey. Hey, madam. Hey? You just want to chew the world. You ain't got teeth strong enough to eat the world. Yeah? What are you? Are you Fenrir? Are you Fenrir? Are you going to eat the world? Eh? You going to eat the world? You going to cause the apocalypse? Now stop it, here. Hey! Calm down. Right?
He's a puppy.
Now calm down. Right? So she gets a bit excited sometimes and she's a puppy. Yeah? She's
Yep.
bitey,
Yep.
right? She isn't biting to hurt. I know that. She bites me all the fucking
No.
time. Yeah?
Does the play.
But she's just playing with me. Yeah? And she's...
That's all they have is their mouth and their paws.
Yeah, well, she's not trying to hurt me. She's not...
No,
no
no,
point
I
is she trying to
understand
hurt me. But she's using her teeth to play with me. And at some point, she's going to nip me. And she's going to... You know, she's going to just... She's not going to clamp down, but she's just going to bite a bit. Yeah, by accident. Get off the tissue. Yeah, and so I'm trying to get her out of the biting, at least biting people, but it's hard.
Yeah, take time.
It's
They do
hard.
it on their own.
It's, yeah, but she's when you so these dogs, yeah, Papa, you've got a similar dog, yeah. These dogs, you're not meant to see the hip bone, are you? Yeah, the hip bones are meant to be covered in flesh, in muscle and flesh and stuff. Yeah, their hip bones aren't meant to stick out, are they, when they're a puppy?
No.
Right,
No.
and hers were, right.
She was underfed.
When I got her, her hip bone, you could see her hip bone sticking out a little bit. You know what I mean? And her rib bones and that. So I think she was underfed. Right? But worse than that, I mean, I've solved the underfed problem in a matter of a couple of days just by overfeeding her.
Oh,
Yeah?
by feeding them, yeah.
But she's got, it's not scared. She's got a fear. It's like, it's more than scared. She's fearful of going out the front door.
Really?
Yeah.
Rapid?
When I first got her, and she came in here into the shed, when I first got her into the shed, as I say, she was pissing and shitting all over the floor because I couldn't get her out of the shed. She just wouldn't want to leave the shed. And over the next 4 or 5 days, now I've got it so that she'll go out in the garden herself. Yeah?
Oh, good.
But she won't.
Growing up.
She actively refuses to go out the front. Yeah, so I've got a contained garden. It's all contained. Yeah,
Okay.
and the gate, the door. Yeah, stop shooting my shelf. The door to the garden is next to the house. It's the only access. It's alongside the house, and so there's the door is the barrier, and so. She's quite happy now running around in the garden up to that door, but if she thinks you're going to take her out of that door, she'll run back to the shed.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Sometimes I've taken her out there a couple of times. A couple of times she'll go out there and she'll be a puppy and she'll be sniffing this and she'll be running over there and sniffing that and sniffing the other. But the moment someone turns up, say for instance someone's walking along the street, yeah, she'll panic and run indoors. Like someone's put the fear of God into her about being outside. Yeah? You get what I mean? Yeah? Like every time she got out of wherever she was being kept, yeah, they would shout and scream. I'm using my imagination here, but like shout and scream and maybe throw things and act violent in order to put the fucking scares on her, you know?
Yeah. Would you get that for Christmas, OMG? The puppy from the family?
Yeah.
Oh, a companion.
But she's like I say, she's not at a stage where she can be in the house. Yeah?
She will be.
I mean, like, some people don't get a chance. Yeah, some people don't have a crazy old man that lives in a shed in the garden. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So,
I hear you.
so everything all the bad things to do with her, yeah, would be going on in the house, and obviously every time you piss on the floor, it's just so much worse. So, you know, she's lucky because I think my supposition. This is what I think, because I honestly don't think a breeder would spend all the time breeding dogs and not love the dogs, not look after the dogs. Okay.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think that, I refuse to believe that there were any dog breeders out there that would not love their dogs and treat them right. Yeah, but
For real.
I got a feeling, because I got her at five and a half months. I've got a feeling that what's going on here is that the breeder, yeah, sold the dog to somebody, and the puppy was too much for them. They were expecting to get some kind of mellow Labrador type dog, yeah, and they've got a fucking staffy puppy that wants to chew and shit everywhere. Yeah, I mean, right, even now, she just wants to play fight with you, you know, bite your hands and everything. As I said, she don't mean to hurt, but she still wants.
That's all I know how to do is play. That's all I know how to do is play.
Well, I'm just trying to say that I think whoever had her to begin with probably had her in the house. Okay, they didn't have a shed, live in a shed like I do. They had her in the house, and being a typical puppy, she's chewing things, and she's pissing in places she shouldn't. And I got a feeling that their reaction, whoever the owner was, their reaction to it was to overdo it. Start shouting, you know, shouting and screaming at the dog. Yeah, why did you piss there? Look, you know, grab the dog, rub its face in it, you know, get a rolled up newspaper and smack the dog with it. All that kind of stuff. And I got a feeling that that's where the fear comes from. Do you know? That's where I got a feeling rather than training the dog, it's just put the fucking scares on the dog, and so now the dog's petrified. And whoever it was literally just screwed the fucking dog up because they couldn't handle it. Yeah? And as I say, I think they screwed the dog up, and eventually they just took it back to the breeder. Do you know?
Yeah.
They just took it back to the breeder as like, look, I can't do anything with it. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I got her for £100. Yeah, I looked at, there was a black Labrador. Yeah, £900.
Wow.
Yeah? And that was a black Labrador. That wasn't even, I looked at one, a golden Labrador. Yeah, and it was fucking thousand something, hundreds. Do you get what I mean? And that's, I didn't have that money.
Yeah.
I don't have that money for a dog, so she was only 100. Yeah, I think because she was a reject. You know what I mean?
That's she's alright. It's a beautiful dog.
Yeah, but she's. I mean, I've had dogs before, Papa, when I was young. Yeah, I've been around dogs. Like I would say I don't know dogs as well as some people, but I do know dogs better than most people. And apart from this fear to go out, this fear of the outside world, yeah, she is just a perfect little puppy. She's exactly what she should be. She should be full of energy, yeah, chewing everything she can eat, yeah, and chewing a load of stuff she's not allowed, yeah, because she can be damn naughty if she wants to. She's just a puppy, man. Yeah. And the thing is I know now that if I were to get rid of her because of the problems, yeah, she would have nothing but a sorry fucking life. Do you know what I mean? If I were to pass her off onto somebody else now, she would be nothing but trouble for anybody else. And like, there's a good chance she'd end up in a shelter, a dog shelter, or worse. You know what I mean? It would have to take someone of exceptional kindness to look after her.
Yeah. She's a cutie. I like her.
But she's beautiful. She's loving.
She'll keep you busy.
She's loving. She's cuddly. If I got a complaint, she takes up too much of the bed. Yeah? If that's my complaint, yeah, she takes up too much of this bed. I tried to make her sleep over there. Yeah, I got a bed for her and everything. I tried to make her sleep over there. Yeah, she crept over here in the middle of the night, didn't she? You know what I mean? I went to sleep with her over there. I woke up over here with her. Right. Yeah. So now I just like, hey, okay, let's sleep together then. Yeah. And what happens is, leave that alone. What happens is,
you don't need a bigger bed.
She starts off down here where she is. Yeah, down here. And slowly throughout the night, she slowly creeps up the bed. Oi, stop it. She slowly creeps up the bed until she's like literally sleeping next to me. Like she's my wife or something. Yeah? And then the moment I wake up, she sticks her paw in my face. No. But still, well. Hey, Brissy.
Hey, what's up? What's the name of the dog?
She's got a rawhide. She's got a rawhide true here. Yeah. We named her Xena. Yeah. My wife was gonna name. My wife came up with a load of names, Japanese names like Mimi and Miya and like that kind of stuff, right? And then my daughter said, "How about Xena?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Xena, warrior princess," kind of. Yeah, and so that kind of like, out of all the names, that was the name that most people liked the most, kind of thing in the family, was Xena. So we're calling her Xena now. Yeah. Yeah, I know UK, mate. I'm getting her over it, okay? I am getting her over it, but sometimes it takes a little bit of force to get her out there. Just, you know, and then she's scared and come back in. I'm trying to get her used to it outside, but it will take time. It will take time, but, you know, I've got nothing but time. Right, to help her out. Yeah, Brucey. I got the cat and the dog that far together. Yeah, literally that far away from each other now. Yeah. And the cat will tell the dog. The cat will put the dog in its place. Hey, Yanni. Yeah. As I said, Xena. Her name's Xena. Yeah. You're right, 420. There are some really dirty fucking breeders. Yeah. I am choosing to believe. That's what I said. I didn't say I you know, it's a certain. I said I believe. I'm choosing to believe that there are no breeders that would do it. But you're right. She's Yanni, my cat. So you can't see it, obviously. Yeah, I've got a big container over there. Not container. I've built a big cabinet over there, okay, to store a load of stuff in and bits and bobs. Well, on top of the cabinet, yeah, I've got my my weed box, my weed chest. Yeah, I did a video of it. Yeah, I've got a weed chest, and she spends most of her time up there at head level. Where I stand, 6 foot. It's about head level, so she's quite comfortable up there. And next to that, she's got a paper bag with a couple of boxes in there and a towel where she sleeps. She's quite happy in there. Right, but as I say, I've got them that close together. She's not scared of the dog, if you get what I mean. She started off scared of the dog, but she's not scared of the dog anymore. The cat. She's just not scared of the cat. Scared of the dog, which is good. Yeah. All right, Yanni. Yeah, nothing wrong with her, mate. Nothing wrong with her. I got a bargain. I honestly think I got a bargain. Yeah? She will be the perfect family dog. Yeah? Once I got a bit of training in her. Yeah? Once we got to the point where she only needs to go piss a couple of times a day. Yeah, right now she needs. So she chews on everything. Yeah, she'll chew on anything, and obviously a lot of her saliva, yeah, goes all over it, and as such, she's more thirsty than normal, and so she tends to drink a lot, and as such, piss a lot. Well, later on, when she gets out of this phase of chewing everything and only chewing some things, yeah, she'll become better at her toilet training. Yeah. But yeah, I think she might be a bit of a crossbreed. I don't know this strain of. She might be a straight staff, but if she is, she's got to grow into that shape. Yeah, she isn't that shape at the moment, and I don't know puppies well enough to know whether she will or not. So to me it really doesn't matter what she is. Yeah, she's just the perfect little dog for me. You gone, Papa? Sorry, buddy. Oh, fuck. Who we got here? Alright, dude. No worries. Yeah, I'm going to laugh at you if you get your dick out, though.
Why would I do that?
Oh, it's you, Brissy. Sorry, man.
Yeah, it's me, Brissy. Yeah.
I didn't know who it was.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I didn't know who it was, mate. Yeah, I got a little window.
Yeah.
I got a tiny little window and I ain't got my glasses on, and all I could see was a face and a beard.
Yeah. Alright. No worries, mate.
Yeah?
No problem. Too easy.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah, I've been listening about the pup.
Yeah.
Pup, eh?
Yeah. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful dog.
No, I got myself a new kitten about 3 months ago.
Ah, beautiful, mate. Beautiful. Yeah.
I've been, fucking beats being alone.
It does, mate. It does. It very much does. And a cat is a lot easier to look after.
Yeah.
You know, cats are going to be a lot easier to look after. Although you haven't got quite the interaction.
Exactly.
You know, I cuddle with my cat.
There's wins, there's positives and there's negatives to both.
Yeah. I mean, I cuddle with my cat, but my cat isn't going to want to play ball.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Actually, my cat does play ball, which is
Okay.
weird as fuck. No
Okay.
shit.
Sure.
It'll bring me the ball, I'll throw the ball, and it'll go and get the ball and bring it back, and I'll throw
Okay.
the ball, and it'll bring it back, and I'll throw the ball.
Well, cats are not really well known for doing that.
No, they're not. He has a very good personality for a cat.
But yeah. Cats are great. Yeah.
Yeah, dogs are great too.
If you got time,
Yeah.
if you got time and effort, dogs are great. If you haven't got time and effort, then cats are just as good.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
He's outside having his fun time right now.
Yeah.
Running around the yard being a maniac. I keep him inside at night. I don't want him killing fucking animals and shit, so he stays inside at night.
Yeah.
Leave the wildlife alone. Fuck.
Yeah, that was the same here. I was having difficulty 420. Yeah,
Oh, that's right. Can't see the chat here. Oh,
yeah, you can't see chat here, mate. You need both open. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, when I first got her, I had nothing for her, kind of thing, and so I made her. So I got a spoon. Okay, this was a spoon. This was a kind of spoon thing, yeah. And on the other end, there was meant to be a hammer. So it was like hammer and a spoon. So you could spoon on one end and hammer on the other. But I broke it in half. I snapped it in half by accident, and so it was completely useless. And I've had this hanging around, and so I gave it to her. And this is her favourite destructive toy. Do you know what I mean? She absolutely loves this thing, chewing it to bits. If she's gonna let me, I got a bit of rope here. Yeah, just some nylon rope. Yeah, I twisted it into a hoop one end, twisted it into a hoop in the other end, and this is her favourite toy. Look, you can see she's like, you got my toy. That's her favourite toy, that is. And it comes with, I got a stick that goes with it. So you stick the stick through the holes in the hoops. Yeah, kind of thing. And
yeah.
it's just at the moment she pulled the stick out.
Gotcha.
Yeah? And that's what she had to start off with. That's all I had to start off with until I managed to get someone to go to the shops and buy me a chew. And they bought some chews for a fucking small dog. Do you know? They bought a couple of chews for a small dog, and she was just like chomp, 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 gone.
Yeah.
And then I got some rawhide. I don't know where it is. It's around somewhere.
Yeah,
I got a rawhide twist.
Wavy, you know how you get them wavy cat things that have got like feathers and shit on them?
Yeah.
The one I've got the rawhide, and he plays like really rough with it.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna break. It almost bends completely in half. Is how hard he plays with it. I'm trying to pull it away from me, but it's good. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exercise.
My point being is you need the right tool, the right toy for the right animal. Like. Yeah. But once I got this rawhide bone thing, that was it. That was her chew. That's her chew now. She loves the thing. She chews on my picture frame over there. She chews on the corner of the picture frame, and she likes to have a nibble on the shelf behind me now and again. Yeah, but that's just fucking pallet wood knocked together with nails, to facilitate a shelves. Do you know what I mean? It's not fine furniture. She's not gonna mess it up.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just a curiosity thing. Just testing shit out.
Yeah. Well, she'll get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
It's amazing how fast they change in just 4 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, maybe my
How
cat's.
much they'll, how much they'll learn and change to your behaviour and the way you are, how relaxed you are, or you know what I mean. They pick up on your energy and
Yeah.
start to match it.
Yeah, maybe my cat is the one that's different because 420's cat plays ball as well, he says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I got fucking nothing in the YouTube chat either.
Right. No, you won't. Not in StreamYards, mate.
No, that's what I said. I've got the YouTube chat open. Pop out. And
All right,
there's
flick
still
it.
nothing in there.
Yeah, flick it
Oh,
to
there we
live.
go. Yeah.
Flick it to live chat, mate.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I had to do it again. Have to do the pop out chat thing again.
Yeah.
For some reason.
He's there. He's there in the background. But that's what he was saying. He was just saying his cat plays ball.
Yeah. It's cool.
She plays ball.
Alright.
She plays ball. Yeah. We go out there with the tennis ball. I'll throw it up the path.
Funny.
Throw it up the path maybe half a dozen times, and then eventually she'll just grab the ball and then run back in the shed with it. Yeah. So she'll run up there, grab the ball, come back, give it back to me. Yeah. I'll throw it again. We'll do this like half a dozen times, and then eventually she'll just decide that's it. Yeah, I'm taking my ball indoors. Yeah, and so I have to. Well, then I have to take the tennis ball off her because she's already destroyed one tennis ball. If I leave her with the tennis ball, she's just going to destroy the next one.
I don't know where my cat keeps fucking hiding them. He keeps hiding them in places. I don't know where every now and then I'll move a chair and go, oh, look at that, there's two of his toys.
Yeah. Yeah. That was so.
Hide them on yourself, you goose.
420. Yeah. I was like before Christmas. You know, probably I've been thinking about this for most of the year. Yeah. And I decided that I wanted to for I don't know, maybe half a year. And I've been looking, and I could just, for one reason or another, I just can't find the right dog. Okay. I got the prerequisites that I decided on were it's got to be a young dog, at least, not necessarily a puppy, but it's got to be very, very young. Yeah, in order for it to be able to imprint on the family, like you say. And it has to be a girl, okay? Because a boy dog, yeah, would just fuck with my cat too much. Do you know what I mean? It would feel like it needed to be the top dog, and then try and push my cat around. I don't necessarily say that it would eat my cat, yeah, but my point being is that it would push my cat around, kind of thing, and I can't have that. So I wanted it to be female, so at least it would get along, or more likely to get along, let's say. Yeah, those really were my only two. I didn't want a lurcher type dog, because I knew those dogs have a habit. They don't necessarily mean to, but their head's wired in order that if something moves at the right speed, they got to chase it. Yeah, and I couldn't do that. I couldn't deal with the cat. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I didn't want a lurcher type dog. But apart from that, I was fully open to anything. But as I say, dogs to buy are really expensive. And I tried to go to the rescue places, but most of their dogs are old dogs, kind of thing, and they come with all their own problems. Sorry to.
I got my kitten, just a random lady.
Yeah.
And
But
she
they-
said instead of selling them to make money, I'll have the kitten chipped and its first injection and all the rest of it, and then it's up to you. Okay, I'll agree. I'll agree to that.
She hasn't had any jabs. Yeah.
So yeah, he's fully vaccinated and all the rest of it, and his balls are getting cut off in about 5 months. He gets a year of having his balls.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't want that.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want that scent. I don't want that scent spraying shit around the house. I'm not fucking putting up with that crap. But I want him to keep his testosterone long enough to build good, strong muscles and bones and.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I had a boy cat.
Not be a wussy pussy.
I had a ginger Tom. I had a ginger
That's
Tom.
what he is, a ginger.
Yeah, he kept his balls. Yeah, he grew big. He grew big and strong. But
yeah,
one day he walked out of here and never came back.
Oh, that's a pity.
Yeah, but he was. My point being is that he was a boy. Yeah, he was a man cat. Yeah, and as such, he was going to travel. He was going to travel to see if he can't sniff out some skirt. Do you know what I mean?
That's why he's getting nutted early.
Yeah, well, my point being is
he's getting nutted early.
he was forever travelling. He was forever travelling around the place, far and wide kind of thing, and so something's happened to him. This cat's a female. Yeah. She just doesn't want to go far. She just wants to stay around here, and as such, she's safer for it. Yeah.
That's opposite. Last cat I had was a female, and she went everywhere and fought everything. She always come back scratched up and scarred up.
All right. Well, personalities. Animals are like people. You get different kinds of them.
Exactly, and they're all different. Yeah, exactly. They're all different. She was a fighter. For some reason, she was a fighter. She used to like to go and fight every night. She'd go and pick a fight with some cat somewhere.
Right. Well, she defends the garden. She'll defend the garden from other cats, but she won't. She won't travel much.
Yeah.
She won't. She'll always be in sound distance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She'll always be close enough that I can call her.
Yeah. Like Boris is good. He already knows to sit and wait while I put his food out before he tries to shove his face in the bowl. I've already taught him that.
Exactly 4:20.
Sit and wait until I finish putting your food out. Then you can eat it.
He's an arsehole. Yeah. Like 420's got a tomcat. Yeah.
He's an arsehole. My last one was fucking awesome. He's the arsehole to everything else that wasn't human. If you're a human being, he would love on you. He was a big ginger cat too. If you're a human, he'd love on you and curl up with you and everything. But if you're a cat, I'd seen him attack dogs. I mean, he was nuts. But he was a big ginger cat. What was he? 11.7 kilos. That's big for a cat.
Yeah. I mean, I like to think the cat had a good ending. Yeah. I like to think that the cat ended up someplace that it wanted to be better than here. Somewhere nicer than here,
Well, put it this way, I literally had that with my last rescue kitten I called Chatras. He decided he'd rather live with the people over my back fence.
Yeah.
So we met, they came around and met, and I said, well, look, if he'd rather live with you, I'm cool with that, but as long as you're prepared to take on the responsibilities.
Yeah,
You've got to get him desexed and vaccinated and chipped and follow all the laws and all the bullshit that I was going to do. And if you're prepared to do that, that's okay, yeah. If he'd rather live with you. And he'd come back and visit me from time to time.
Yeah.
He'd come back and visit. I'd let him in and he'd walk around the house, check shit out.
I'd be the same.
I'd pet him and stuff.
I'd be the same. With this dog, Yeah, she stays in the garden at the moment. She can't necessarily get into next door garden that side, but she can definitely get into next door that side. Yeah, but the chap next door that side is really cool dude. He's a really nice dude. Yeah, and so he ain't going to be. I don't think he's going to be that bothered. But my point being is, if she keeps going over there and she likes it better over there with him than here, then I'm fully happy for her to be over there with him. Do you get what I mean? Because when it comes,
so long as they'll treat the animal the right way.
Exactly. So long as they're going to look after the animal proper, it's fine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. That was the only rules I put on the whole fucking situation.
It's like
cool.
It's like where your kids
and
says.
I said I'm going to check. I want to see evidence. I want to see the fucking vaccination things and the microchipping thing and all the rest of it. You're not just going to say you're going to do it and not do it.
No loyalty. No, the cat's got plenty loyalty. My cat's very loyal, but it's like when. It's like hearing your kids.
I can't take 5 steps without my cat. I can't even have a piss without my cat.
Yeah, well, different animals have personalities just like people.
You know what I mean?
But
my cat follows me fucking everywhere. I'm like, just stay laying on the lounge. I'm only going to make a bourbon. I'll be back in 60 seconds. All right? No, has to walk outside.
And walk
out here with me.
That's the sad thing.
Hold me to the fridge.
That's the sad thing, 420. Yeah, is that dogs are going to be loyal and friendly to you even if you're not treating them right. And that for me is even sadder. That for me, if I dwell on thinking that, it would end up making me cry. Yeah, that some dogs, even though they're being mistreated, still love their owners. Yeah.
And most cats are the same.
Yeah. When I got her, just the first couple of days and the first training, trying to get her to do things, and she's learning, and you can see in her face that she wants to do the right thing. She's just not understanding what it is you're trying to tell her. And so when I'm saying to her, like, I got a command where I tell her to get on the box, which is down here, like, where she's at a height, where I can put her harness on and everything, Now she'll go there. She doesn't take much effort to go there. But at the beginning, when I said get on the box, she would be sitting here, wagging, shaking, wagging. And I'd be like, no, on the box. And she'll wag. And you know what I mean? It's just like, you can see in her eyes that she wants to do what you want to say. Yeah. She just doesn't know what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, they just got to figure it out. All they have to do is figure it out. Same as me teaching my ginger cat to sit and wait for me to put the food out instead of trying to shove your head in the bowl when I haven't finished putting the food out. And you get it all over the side of your face and shit. Well, I don't need that crap. Sit, wait. Now I'll put the food out. Go.
We're doing that as well.
Right, he's only 6 months old and he's already got it. I have people saying there's no way you can train a cat to do that. Really. I've trained all my cats to do that.
I never had a problem with my cat. She was always relaxed enough that I could just put the food in. Yeah? But the dog is another question. We're going through that now.
I will admit,
where, one moment. Let me finish. I'm just going through the moment at the moment with the dog, where I stand there with the food and I tell her to sit, and she has to sit down, right? And then once she's sat down, then I put the bowl down, but I got to hold her, otherwise she can't hold herself back. But so I hold her and put the bowl down, and then I say to her, wait 3 times, wait, and then I let her go. Yeah, and I keep doing that every time. Eventually, all I got to do is say sit, and she sits. Yeah, and then I put the bowl down, and she knows to wait till I put the bowl down. Do you get what I mean? That kind of training.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm doing that now.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you're really happy with your cat. Yeah, which
No,
is
not really. He's a biting arsehole. I am. Yeah, I am. I'm very happy with him. He's great.
Guy called Rakes. He has he's got some young cats at the moment. Yeah, and he was telling me that one of his cats is bitey as well at the moment. Yeah, and he was saying he's just waiting for the cat to grow out of it.
Yeah, well, apparently it's their way of showing that they love you, because cats have tougher skin and fur compared to a human, so they don't know to readjust the pressure amount of the bite. Now. He's gotten it. I don't have any of my bites on me. These are just marks from me when I was cutting up trees the other day. I'm banging my arms up on the branches and shit. But he's got it. He's finally getting it.
Well, again, they're not trying to hurt you, but they just do it by accident. No. My cat...
Yeah, they don't understand. Now he understands that it hurts me.
My cat used to bite me to start off with when I overstimulated her with strokes and stuff. You know, little.
Oh yeah.
You know, the cheeks and the chin and all that kind of stuff, and they start to. I literally would overstimulate her and she would just bite me to stop. Yeah, but after that, once she got better used to that, she would only ever bite me to say stop. And even then, it wasn't a bite. It was just like she's just grabbing hold of my hand.
Yeah.
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 Right. And that's it. So that's the only time she ever bites me now, is just to say stop. Whatever it is you're doing, just stop.
Yeah. Well, as I said, I'm still dealing with the kitten who goes, every now and then he'll go into kitten mode and just go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Run around like a complete psychotic. Want to fucking jump on your face and want to climb up your arm and on over the back of your head and jump up the wall, and one of these things is you just come up and go chomp and bite me.
If you can afford it, you should get 2.
Exactly.
Yeah, you should get 2 kittens at the same time, same age, kind of thing. Yeah,
exactly.
if you can afford it, that is. I wouldn't say.
And it doesn't matter one older than the younger or not. One of them will become the dominant one.
Oh, for sure.
It could be the younger one. It could be the younger one. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm happy with him so far. We have a good time. We laugh, and I have a lot of laughs.
That's it exactly. So long as you're having a good time.
Yeah. I have a lot of great laughs with him.
All right, that's different. Yeah.
Especially that playing ball fetch. I was like, I've never played fetch with a cat before, but okay, this is cool.
I've seen cats do it. I didn't think it was such widespread. Yeah, but like I've just traded.
I've never seen a cat do it.
I'm trading the dog at the moment to do the same thing for Treddy. She's doing very well. Yeah, I haven't walked out and left food open. Not yet. I couldn't trust her to do that. There's too much puppy and not enough training. Yeah. But I have got her to lay down while I'm eating. Do you know what I mean? To begin with, she'll want to see if there's something for her. But once I tell her to lay down, and she'll eventually ignore me and just lay down, like. But it does cost me a little bit. It always costs me a little bit of what I'm eating, just to show her that she's been a good girl.
Actually, I might have to put the credit for that down to the people I got him off. Because no matter what, if I'm making food for myself, he will not come near me.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm finished eating, he'll come over and want to check it out. Smell me fingers and smell me hands and
Yeah.
what's going on. But while I'm cooking food for myself and I'm eating, he stays right the hell away from me. And I didn't teach him that.
Yeah.
So maybe the people that are heading before me taught him that.
It's the first step. Give me 2 minutes. I'm just going to pop outside for just 2 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. I even spoke to friends about getting a bird, and then I thought, fuck, that thing's going to fly around all over the house and just shit. Fuck that. And how entertaining is a tank full of fish? Not very fucking entertaining.
Do you want to go toilet?
They
Go
don't
toilet.
give anything back.
Go on. Go to the
So,
toilet.
yeah. A dog or a cat, or apply for a fucking license and get my favourite pet, which would be a ferret.
Oh,
Love
ferret.
it.
No, not a ferret.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'd love to have a ferret.
Ferrets look like they're the bestest creatures. When you see owners of ferrets playing with their ferrets, it looks like the cutest fucking thing. But the problem is that they're fucking bastards. Stoats and
They're
ferrets.
non-stop. Yeah, they're non-stop. Yeah.
Yeah?
No, but they have different breeds.
Yeah, I get it. There's different personalities as well, but I'm just saying. Yeah, generally
But
they're.
here you have to get a license for it, so I wouldn't even bother.
I would say. I'm surprised you don't have them wild.
No, there's no ferrets in Australia.
I'm surprised at that. Yeah, because ferrets are they can be a very dangerous invasive species. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was
We had rabbits.
there's stories about ferrets getting let loose on islands. Yeah, and like just a couple of ferrets just killing every fucking bird on the island.
Yeah.
You know,
No.
just literally eventually these just a handful of ferrets
You
end
got
up
a
killing
parrot.
every fucking bird.
What sort of parrot? What sort of parrot have you got? 420.
Madam, can you move over, please? Puppy, wait.
Can't see her.
Sorry.
I want to see her.
Hey. Behave. Come on. Over. Budge over. Come on, budge over. Look. What did I say? Don't bite me. Get over.
Sit your ass on her. Good move.
I know. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning,
Sit your
like.
ass on her.
Come on, move. Come on, move. Yeah, madam. Say hello. Say hello. I've heard her woof once. Okay? And all the time I've had her, yeah, she only woofed once. Yeah? Apart from that, I've got her to go grr a couple of times when I'm playing tug of war. Right? But apart from that, she's been perfectly silent. Right, but she's, as I say, the worst thing is she's just scared of everything outside.
Yeah, that's being a puppy. Kids are the same. They're scared of fucking everything. They don't
No, this is
understand.
something else. This is something more. This is something terrible.
You think so?
Yeah.
Could be. I don't know.
She's not scared.
You're there with her.
She's not.
You know better than me.
She's not scared. Yeah, she's fearful. Yeah. She's honestly, when I first started taking her just outside, we're still sitting on my driveway, kind of, we're just outside my garden, and she's like total puppy, okay? So she's like over here having a sniff at the bush, and then she'll run round and have a sniff down here, and then she'll come back and, oh, there's a tree, and over to the tree and have a sniff around the tree, and everything. And she'll act like a puppy would do, yeah. And then sometimes there isn't even, I can't even put my finger on what it is that did it, because usually if you can, so if it's like some dogs don't like black people, okay,
garbage truck,
yeah, for whatever reason, yeah. But my point being is if there was a black person that walked past and the dog was like, and ran away, I'd be like, oh, it's scared of people. And then a white person walked by, yeah, and then the dog was fine. Then I could calculate that the reason that the dog is specifically scared of is black people, kind of thing, you know. Well, with this dog, I have not. She's scared of people because there was this one time where she was out there and some guy walked past with a dog that was like half her size, yeah, and she just panicked, totally went to pieces, fell to pieces, and tried to.
She might have panicked. She might have panicked over the other dog, not the man.
Well, I don't know, but yeah, the next door neighbour's grandparents, yeah, came over the other day, and initially she was worried. She showed that she was worried, yeah.
Yeah.
But once she got over that initial worry, she was okay with them. So it might have been the dog. But my point being is that there's been times where I've been out there and there hasn't been anything to trigger this. It's not like there's anything there to trigger it. She'll just suddenly realise that she's outside and just run indoors. Yeah, and once that happens, I can't. It's really difficult to bring her back from that.
No, I think she'll grow out of that.
I mean, sure, she's going to get used to it.
Cause yeah, exactly.
You know,
you're out in the yard and that, and she wants to be with you, so she'll just get used to it and stop panicking over nothing.
Sure, eventually it'll take time though. The problem is that I can't leave her and I can't take her with me. Do you get what I mean? Because I spend most of my life here doing whatever I do around here. Yeah?
Yeah.
But I do have to go out. Say, for instance, I have to go shopping. You know, sometimes I have to go see the doctor.
Yeah.
So, things like this, where I can't take her with me and I can't leave her behind. And so I need to get her trained up as soon as possible to be able to do one or the other.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
you know?
Well, then you need to make a preparation for an area that can be locked off where she can be.
Well, I don't like the idea of leaving. I don't like the idea of leaving her at the moment because she's scared.
What do you have if you want to go to the fucking hospital or the doctor or whatever? Go for the family for 2 days overnight or whatever.
I'm just saying, I'm dealing with it at the moment.
What other option do you have? Yeah.
I'm just dealing with it at the moment, but I'm trying to train her so that she can come with me. Yeah, most places I go, and then I can train her to stay here when she doesn't come with me. But this is going to take time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need to train her as quick as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, I've started car training. Yeah. So I've got a dog box in the boot of the car. Yeah, that's got a zip door. Right?
Yeah,
Don't ask me why. The wife bought it. She thought it was a good idea. So we got this thing. Yeah, it's made of canvas and stuff, and it's got a zip for the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I put her in there the first time we went in there. Put her in there, and she did not like it. Yeah, she didn't like it so much. She ignored the food that I put in there. Do you get what I mean? She loves food. Yeah, but she ignored the food. I threw food in there to try and take her attention away. Yeah.
but that's still okay. That's still okay. She enjoyed
So
the food.
so I got in. So I got in the driver's seat and started driving. Yeah, and she literally clawed her way out of the thing. Yeah, by ripping the zip apart.
Okay.
Yeah. And she clawed her way out of it. That she really did not want to get in there. And so after that, obviously I'm out with her in the car. So I pulled over, and I put her in. On a seat. So I put a towel down, and then I put a fleece down, and then I put her on a seat. And she didn't like that really, but she liked it a whole lot more than being in that box.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so after about 10 minutes, 15 minutes of driving around, she finally sat down and laid down. Yeah. After a couple of moments where I broke, I hit the brakes a little bit too much. Yeah, and she was standing up and she fell over a couple of times, kind of stumbled. Yeah, she's perfectly fine, no injuries or anything, but she stumbled, and I think that kind of like me yelling at her, lay down, yeah, and that kind of, she got in the seat and laid down, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was the first time out. Today, I'm going to take her out again, and we'll see what happens this time. Yeah. But yeah, she did a little wee. Yeah, thankfully I got these absorbent pads that I put down. Yeah, and she didn't do a full blown wee, but she did a little panic wee.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Fair enough.
So progress.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I say, it's
Hey,
it's going to take time.
Every day, if every day in life we should learn something new, then that's exactly what your puppy's going through.
Well, if
every day in life they're learning something new.
As I say, if she didn't have this, if she was a normal puppy, if I'd have got the puppy first, you know what I mean? If I got the puppy early and first, yeah, we could have been way ahead by now. You know what I mean? The problem is that she's stuck here with so much puppy energy, but I can't get her out there to burn the energy off.
I need like a laser pointer and shit or something.
Well, do you know, it's...
You can sit there and fucking...
That's
I got a laser pointer for the cat. I have the cat absolutely laying on the ground, panting like a dog with his tongue hanging out by the time I finish with it. No shit. I'll run him around for an hour and a half straight.
I'm just laughing at that picture in my head that you painted.
Yeah. Yeah. It is funny to see a cat panting like a dog.
Yeah.
They're that fucking exhausted.
But yeah,
I'll open the back door, sit in this chair, and I'll run him outside and around in the backyard and back in here and into the lounge room and then down the hallway. And
you might have a good idea there. I might have a go at that. But like I say, she's...
And they're only like fucking 4 pounds.
She gets the puppy power on. You know, the zoomies and all that, but she's got nowhere to express that apart from in here, and so she goes absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know what you're talking about because I'm an older gentleman myself. They've got a kitten that I can't fucking run around and play with for 6 hours straight.
Yeah.
I can't fucking do that shit. So the cat has to adjust. It's just the way life is.
Sure.
And they will. They do. They adjust.
But I used to say it.
He's adjusting.
I used to.
Sounds like your pup's adjusting. What's her name?
Xena.
Xena.
Yeah. Although sometimes I mistake it for Zenon.
My cat's name is Boris.
Boris. It's a good solid name, is Boris.
I have reasons for calling him that. every stray animal my father came along in because he worked in the building industry. You'd walk into someone's yard and their dog would come out. So he'd call them Boris or a cat. Oh, hello, look at this random cat. Hey, Boris. He called everyone's random animal he came across if he didn't know their name, Boris. He'd just say, hello, Boris.
Totally.
That's why I called him Boris.
Yep. Sounds like you're very happy together, Brissy. Yeah, and like you say, it beats living alone.
Trust me, in the last couple of weeks, I've been mentally fighting that battle, actually.
You gotta keep going out, mate. That's the problem.
No, I don't.
No,
No,
that's the problem, because once you stop going out, you stop interacting, and when you stop interacting, you start going a little bit crazy.
No.
Yeah?
I'm good. I got solid family support. So.
Awesome, that's important, yeah, but I got it as well, mate. I don't want to go out much either. There's nothing out there. There's nothing out there left in the world that I can be asked to bother with.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do go out and look, we come from different cultures too. Because I'll go shopping and I'll say hello to fucking 300 people. You know, everyone.
No, you don't do that here, man.
Everyone you make eye contact with in Australia, I'll give you a nod and say g'day.
No, not here, man.
Men or women,
that's not the British way. The British way is get on with what you're doing unless you need to interact with somebody.
Yeah, well.
Yeah? Like, for instance, if there's not enough space to push 2 trolleys past, requires interaction. Be polite. You go first. Yeah? But generally,
I'll still say hello to random people, and they'll still say hello to me.
We don't say hello to each other. Not unless we know it. Not unless we know them.
In Australia, we just say g'day.
There's too many people, mate. There's too many people to fucking be doing that. You remember that Crocodile Dundee movie? Yeah? Where he goes to New York and he's walking down the street in New York and he's literally just like g'day, 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 g'day. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like you just can't do that here. Yeah, people.
I come from a city of 3 million people, and we still seem to manage it.
People don't.
Might only be 3 million people. I know that's not a very big number.
I mean, you might say hello to the person at the checkout before you know.
Here in Australia, we all say g'day to each other. Even people walking randomly past each other on the footpath.
Sure, but it just seems a bit weird to us in the UK.
It's just part of the Australian culture. We just say g'day to each other.
Hey Keith, how you doing, buddy?
And if it's someone who really makes good eye contact with you, then you say, how you going?
Yeah. Yeah, darling. See, dogs are like children. They are the bestest and the cutest, yeah, when they're fucking asleep. Right.
That's a good one.
They are, mate. They're never as well behaved as when they're asleep.
Or outside.
If they're awake, they're potentially up to no good.
Oh no, I figured it out with Boris. If he's awake and it's quiet, like an actual kid, the way my mother used to say, if there was 5 kids and the house went deathly quiet, I knew something bad was happening, so I had to go and check.
Yeah, totally.
If Boris is awake and he's not playing with whatever or flipping the fucking shit or climbing around and climbing over shit and looking around and trying to get out, look out the windows and all that sort of crap. If it goes dead quiet, then I'm like, what are you fucking doing? You're not supposed to be doing.
One moment, let me find the right page. There we are.
Can't help it.
How do, buddy?
Yeah, I need to change
Hello.
the settings.
You're a bit quiet.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
It sounds like you've got the wrong microphone setting on. Do you know, like you got a different microphone,
Yeah.
like you're distant, rather than quiet, just distant. Have you met Keith before, Brucey?
I'm not sure.
This
I don't
is
think so.
back.
this is
Oh,
Keith.
is it working now?
Yeah. He'll bore you to death about gypsies. Keith, this is Brucey. He'll
Yeah.
bore you to death about cats.
Fuck off.
How is my audio now, OMG?
Better.
A little bit,
a
but
li-
still really quiet.
A little bit quiet, but
I'm
better.
gonna hop off and hop back in.
All right.
That worked last time for people. StreamYard just seemed to be a bit of a dick lately with that sort of crap.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, strange. Still not working. Huh?
You see, now you're back to
work.
where you were to begin with. Yeah, before you did whatever you did to make yourself sound louder.
Actually, turn your noise cancellation off.
Let's see.
That's what worked for this computer compared to the other one.
What browser are you using? Yeah. Like, I use Mozilla. Like, and sometimes I get conflicts
In the
with
StreamYard
StreamYard.
settings, you just turn your fucking not echo cancellation, the noise cancellation off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because sometimes I've
With
had
the
this.
echo on.
I've had this before where someone over there in that StreamYard is perfectly fine, but over here in this StreamYard they're not. I've had that
Sorry?
before as well.
True. I've got it between two different computers. If the noise cancellation is turned off on that one, then everyone can hear everything. They can hear fucking birds flying by and
I mean,
you know what I mean? They can barely hear me. So I have to turn it on. So I turned it on automatically on this new computer and people were like, we can't hear you. Turn your mic up. I'm like, everything's fucking up.
yeah.
What am I supposed to do? And someone just suggested, turn your fucking noise cancellation off. I did and they went, bang. Hey, we can hear you now. I went, oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, his camera mic went off. Yeah. If your camera stops working, your camera stops working. If your mic stops working, it kicks you to backstage. Yeah?
yes.
How about now?
That's better. That's better.
A little bit better, yeah.
Yeah, again, it's a little bit quiet. Did you check your mic settings on your in your system?
Yeah. I checked everything.
Oh,
There
yeah,
we go.
that's
There
way
we go.
better.
There it is.
That's way better. Yeah. There we go.
Are you guys sure?
That's perfect.
Yeah,
That's
way
back to
better.
where you normally are.
Okay, let me know if it happens again.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was going to the other wired mic, so it wasn't switching to my Bluetooth, so I unplugged it. That's why you got that message that I unplugged my microphone.
Well, it weren't a message. I just knew exactly what had happened when you got kicked backstage.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I
yeah.
messed around with all the settings. They didn't do anything.
Ah, fucking computers, man. Go figure. Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to do
Yeah.
anything. It just, sometimes it just fixes
Has a-
itself.
It does. I call it magic.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Brizzy boy.
Nice to meet you.
Bris-
too.
Yeah, Brizzy is in Brisbane, in Australia.
Brisbane, Australia. Yes. Correct.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it but the name. That's all I know.
That's what us locals call Brisbane, Brizzy.
Yeah.
You'll probably never meet an Australian unless you walk into a bar. You know where you are, mate. Where you are, Keith.
You calling us
Yeah.
fucking, you calling us drinkers.
I would call you alcoholic experts. Yeah?
I'm not going to deny it.
Over here, they sell a beer. They say it's Australian. It's maybe they don't sell anymore. I don't know. It's Foster's.
Yeah, fucking, we only export that shit to other countries.
If you're at,
Yeah.
Australians drink
Yeah.
that crap.
So-
I was shocked that people I met don't drink it. I'm like, what?
Hell,
Propaganda.
if it was
horrible.
really Foster's, mate, you could look on the side of the can and it would say brewed in Australia. Yeah?
Right.
No,
What you get-
we sold,
What you
we
get is
sold rights to it.
so what you get is exactly what we get, yeah, which is a Foster's that is brewed somewhere nearby you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
following the formula of the Foster's formula.
And so
it's not even a true import that they
yeah,
make it
exactly.
out as
So
a-
if it's not an import, if it's not truly Australian, it's not an Australian beer.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, it started as an Australian beer.
It's the same with
And
Stella.
you're welcome to have it. Fucking, I don't
What-
care.
one of the
Tell
first
you,
brewers-
Who is it then? Who owns it? Japan?
One of the first brewers in
America.
Australia
American
was a gypsy. It became like the Australia's classic beer.
All right.
Was it Captain Cook? Something Cook, I think, maybe.
Captain Cook
And
was
he,
the one that discovered Australia, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there was one that became like the governor of a large swath of land.
Yeah.
And
There's been a
this is
few.
before there was nobody making beer at the time. It was just probably, it was early in the phase of building up Australia.
You're not mistaking gypsy for Irish, are you? Because an awful lot of Irish
No.
went to Australia as well initially.
Well, this was like a high-ranking politician or royalty or something, you know. No, there were a lot of gypsies that were sent to both Irish and Eastern European and from all over sent to Australia. It was like a prison island, so to speak. The criminals and the unwanted
Called convicts.
Just the unwanted.
convicts.
It was like Australia was like the rubbish bin.
No, there
Yeah.
was the leading.
You
there
sweep-
was the leading. The
sweep
leading
what you
class
don't-
came with them, but in smaller
Yeah.
numbers.
You sweep what you
Because
don't
actually
want out
criminals
of Europe.
built all these fucking houses and mansions and courthouses and shit.
Yeah.
that you see when you have a look at modern pictures of Brisbane,
Well,
they were all built in the late 1700s
okay. Well, you
by
sweep.
British convicts, which were British people. Figure that out. They were convicts from their own people.
Okay, yeah. Well,
They were.
it was easier. There was a certain cost to it to transport people, yeah. But it was quite literally, if you could afford the cost, you could throw these types of people in the rubbish bin, in such a point that by putting them on the other side of the planet, they weren't coming back, even if they escaped. You know, it was a good place just to get rid of it, and it.
Yeah,
And
they
you-
had hulks.
And
old shit.
I believe
that
it
sat
wasn't
off the
just
coast.
Britain that did this. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
To a lesser extent, yeah, the other European nations did something similar. Yeah, by
Yeah.
sending their
Dutch-
unwanted
Dutch
off to
did
the
it in
colonies.
South Africa.
Yeah. It wasn't just
Huh.
Britain that did it. It just Britain gets the top billing in it because we started an entire country by what was truly a brilliant idea.
I first, so I found the thing. His name was James Squire, and he was a convict actually. I thought he was, like I said, I thought it was a high-ranking person, but convict transported to Australia. Squire is credited with the first successful cultivation of hops in Australia around the start of the 19th century, first officially brewing beer in Australia in 1790. James later founded Australia's first commercial brewery making beer using barley and hops in 1798. Blah, 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 blah. And then when you get to his early years, it says, James Squire, baptized, born, blah, blah, blah. Squire's parents were Romanes. He's
All
like
right.
straight up gypsy. Straight up gypsy. Like both parents. That's wild.
Yeah.
I'm only half.
Isn't
So to me, that's a big deal. But yeah, hey, at least the gypsies did add something to the world. Beer. In Australia.
Well, that's what I'm
Does that
saying.
come from-
There were so
Yeah.
many gypsies in Ireland, and
Yeah.
the Irish love their
Still
beer.
registered.
Do you know what I mean? It would be an easy mistake to confuse the
I'll be
both
back
of
in a
them.
sec. I'm making a drink.
Yeah.
What does it say? Where did it say he came from? It said he was gypsy, but gypsy from where did he go to?
Kingston upon Thames? Whatever that means.
Kingston. Kingston upon Thane.
Yeah, that's what it says, which is, it was collectively known as Kingston. It's a royal town in the royal borough of Kingston upon Thames, southwest London.
Okay, southwest London. All right, it's what.
That's where he was born. I didn't
Okay.
really read it more, but.
He could have been Irish.
Hmm.
Just because he was born in London didn't mean he couldn't be Irish, but it's just the stereotypical
Well, it said,
Irish, isn't it?
it said Romany Chals, which are English gypsies that have been there probably 300 years before this Squire guy was even born. They've been there. They were there for a while.
Yeah. You keep on surprising me, mate. You honestly do. You keep on surprising me. Like the first person in Australia to brew. I'm going to call it. Yeah. I bet you there were some people that were brewing on the hobby side of kind of.
Yeah,
brewing.
this was a business
I think
type of thing. Yeah.
I would say his is the first proper business.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, like, let's face it, where there's people, there's beer. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're in Australia or not, because there's so much, people drink so much beer, they're going to brew beer where they're going, out of whatever they can get hold of. Like, yeah, but company-wise, that's quite amazing.
Does Brisbee, does that sound familiar? Squire beer or something like that?
It could be like tobacco, where there's many different brands of tobacco, but there's only a
You're
couple
right.
of companies that are actually producing it. So the beer
Yeah.
itself might not necessarily be called that now, but the company name might still be.
Yeah, they're under the brand. There's one called 150, Nine Tails, Four Wise, Pilsner, Stowaway Indian Pale, Jack of Spades Porter,
Yeah.
Orchard Crush, and Chancer Golden.
Oh, Brissy,
These are
when Brissy gets back, he'll be able to tell you if he's heard of any of those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a check this one out. One of the limited editions is a James Squire hop thief. He threw thief. Maybe that's what he was convicted of. Probably, yeah. Actually, then I think about it.
you see, it was a moment in history. It was a moment in English history or British history where there was the massive idea was that there was so much poverty in this country, and there was this new world, albeit on the other side of the planet, but there was this new world there for the taking. There was no other European nation competing, so to speak.
Right.
You know, in Africa, there was other European nations competing with us, kind of thing. But in Australia, not even the Portuguese had been there. Yeah. Right. And so it was decided that we would use this jetsam and flotsam of people that were in poverty, and if they did anything, we just sent them out there. And the thing is that if they died, all that was lost was the effort to send them out there. And the British, they created these special ships. They were massive ships, but they were like filled with tiny cubicles for one person to kind of live with, kind of barely live with. It wasn't like the slave trade, don't get me wrong. It wasn't like fucking cheek to jaw of fucking people getting ferried in the hold, you know, no fucking court, nothing to look after them, barely being fed. They were looked after, kind of thing. They were fed, because for them not to live, to get there at least, would have been an entire waste of fucking doing it in the first place. So they were looked after, but they were given the most minimum of space on a ship. They were really packed together in these ships, and sent out there. And then the ones that lived, and the ones that died, or many of them died, and it was no big deal until eventually the people there got used to it, and started living more than dying, and hey, you got Australia.
Wow.
Do you get what I mean? It was just that idea that at the time there was just so much poverty, and it wasn't like poverty as we know it, where there were plenty of places, even though you have nothing, there are still places you can go where you can get help. You can get fed at least, or something, you know what I mean? Back then, poverty meant like you starved to death. You quite literally would just starve there in the road, in the streets. You'd be sat there in the street and you'd just die, from starvation, kind of thing. And the lucky ones, there were some lucky ones that, like churches and things, but there were limitations, and there were workhouses, that sometimes workhouses were worse than being on the street. Do you know? And it just terrible poverty at the time created that was the ignition point for sending them to Australia. When Australia was discovered, the two ideas were put together: the overwhelming population in poverty, and a new world. Crazy, like I say. Bloody, I bet you it was a gypsy that put that idea together.
We're gonna get some land. No, I was reading about that Squire guy. It said he became a large landowner.
There's lots of land to own.
Over there. Oh yeah. So Brisby, I don't know if you were here when I had asked if you've ever heard of Squire beer, or the name Squire. No. What are some of the names of the popular beers, or home brewed beers, so to speak, like Australia brewed beers?
Well, I can name one that's made, that sells all over the world. 4X.
Yeah, that's another one like Foster's 4X.
No, well, actually, people in Australia will drink 4X, and they won't drink Foster's.
Right.
It's Carlton, Tooheys, fucking
Red
In the
stripe.
1980s, actually, Australian brewing companies owned more of the brewing companies in the world than any other country.
Wow.
But that was only in the 1980s.
Mhm.
Now they're all bought out by fucking Japanese and Chinese and shit. You know, fucking look, go for a deep dive down on who owns fucking breweries around the places.
Invest
Yeah.
or die. Huh? You got to, as a company, you got to invest or you die. If you don't diversify,
But yeah, Victoria Bitter is another big one. It's apparently it's Australia's biggest selling beer. Apparently,
Mm.
Victoria Bitter. I know. I'm not a beer drinker. I drink bourbon.
Oh, okay. I see now.
yeah, I'm
I
a
used to
bourbon
drink
drinker
beer.
as well.
I used to drink beer all the time, and I always
Mhm.
drank Forex.
Oh, beer is a young man's drink, really. Yeah, it's not that you don't drink beer when you're older. It's just you don't tend to drink beer.
No, my reason's completely different.
Yeah.
Hey, OMG, I don't know if this matters
As
to you,
soon as,
but
as soon as I smoke weed, beer tastes like shit.
What was that?
I can drink beer, and then as soon as I smoke the first bit of weed, yuck.
What was that, Keith?
Sorry, Kate.
when I hopped on your live in the YouTube, you guys are frozen. I don't know if you care about it or not. Just wanted to let you know.
We're frozen, are we?
Yeah, pretty
Oh.
sure. Oh no, it's fixed now.
Yeah, it's moving.
I'm moving on my StreamYards panel.
Yeah.
It's working for me now. But earlier when I hopped on, it was frozen. So I don't know what the difference.
YouTube and shit has been doing some weird stuff lately.
Tell me if it happens again, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
Because I've had for the last week, when you go into someone's chat and you change from general to live chat, the box empties and then the new chats start coming in.
Yeah.
I haven't had that happen.
Yeah, well, that's what started
My-
happening for me.
My buddy, he said the same thing. He said the same
Yeah.
thing. He doesn't see the chats before,
Exactly.
like they're erased or something.
Yeah.
I think it's a recent conflict with some browsers.
Yeah.
What are you
Could be.
freaking out
That's
about?
why when you came in, I was talking about which browser you're using.
Google Chrome. But
Yeah.
another problem I've had is like you have your link pinned to the top, your StreamYard link,
Yeah.
and not until now was I able to for about a week. It didn't work for me at
Oh,
all,
right.
and I couldn't even copy and paste it. It was like hidden, and I couldn't do anything with it. And all of a sudden today, later, it worked.
Did you
Oh,
accept
yeah.
all the cookies?
No, it
You
was.
have to-
I had.
You have to accept the cookies, but unfortunately.
No, it's been working fine. Just one day.
Oh yeah, they had a big glitch out a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, okay. That's what I figured. Something
Yeah.
must have been going on with
Yeah,
that
there
chat.
was, there was shit going on all over the place in different people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
It was people, apps were completely frozen and they couldn't get them unfrozen.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Keith. Yeah, I've got this constant pain in my foot. It never goes away. Right, but when I'm moving my foot, it doesn't hurt so much. Yeah. So if you want to see if the picture freezes, keep an eye on my foot, because that's probably the one part of me that's going to still be moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's funny. But yeah, I'll take that. I'll look for that.
Yeah. Go to Keith. If you go to my homepage, this channel homepage, at the bottom, you'll see a channel featured. Yeah, that's my other channel. Yeah, I left you a link. Yeah, I just didn't want to tell you over on Puppers. I think that would have been rude. That's more like fishing for subscriptions. If I were to be over at Puppers and say, hey, here's my channel, come over and, you know.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I would if people do that on my channel, but yeah, some people take offense to it.
I personally consider it YouTube rude as a you know, I think that you can't do that. But my point, I you've got one video on your channel, yeah, so I could leave a message, so I left a link there for it, but I didn't know whether you got it or not. But I'm just saying, at the bottom of the homepage on this channel, you'll see it linked, featured.
Yeah, last shed for lonely people. Is that what you're
that's
about?
That's it.
Yeah.
So
I got it.
So I want to get this away from weed. Yeah. If you get what I mean, it's not like I want to take weed away from it. Yeah, because you know sometimes the subject just comes up. Yeah, sometimes we talk about it. You know what I mean, kind of thing. But I don't want it to be a weed channel.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you get what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a well-known. Well, I say well-known. It's not fucking well-known anymore. Yeah. Like, but do you know what I mean? This is about weed. This channel. This is where if I post videos about my weed, this is where I do it, and I want to get this away from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can do this in the picture, you know, I can have a picture, I can say, hi, it's me, like this is my face, kind of thing. But I can't do that around weed. Yeah, I haven't got any enemies, if you get what I mean. You know, I haven't really got any enemies. I'm not really that scared. I'm not really growing that much weed to get worried about, but I'm just saying, I just don't want to do this thing in case of the future, because you know what it's like. Anyone that runs a channel is going to pick up arseholes that want to hurt you. You get what I mean?
Right.
Like, but,
Yes, I do get what you mean.
yeah. So I just, like I say, I don't want to do this here. Yeah, kind of OMG, organic medical grower channel. I just want weed here. Yeah, I want to do this over there, kind of thing. So that's why I'm saying there's a link at the bottom in my featured in my homepage for this channel.
Right.
Yeah. Until everybody, you know, all the people that subscribe to me, yeah, have had a chance to see it, like, and go over there if they want to, because I'm only doing this here at the moment because I don't think everybody that would want to knows about it. Like yourself, maybe. Yeah.
Right.
And so I'm giving it a little while of doing it here and doing it there. Yeah. But eventually I'm just going to do it there. And anybody that doesn't know about it is not going to know about it, because I'm not going to come back here and do it again here. More than likely, you know.
Yeah.
I guess that was a long-winded way of explaining it, but
Which one is which?
Then you get word of
this
mouth.
is the weed channel, organic medical grower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I get the OMG from. That's why over on the other channel, even though it's named differently, I still call it the actual episode. Yeah, the live stream. I still call it OMG's, you know, early fucking show, or whatever it's called, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, still go by the same name, but like over there, if I type in chat, it will come across as whatever the channel is, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to a couple of your streams over there.
Well, that's the idea. Right. Do you know? And once it's, like I say, once I've decided everybody and anybody has had a chance, yeah, to see what I'm talking about and go over there if they want to, yeah, then I'm done. And I'll take that featured channel away, and that's it. I'll only be ever doing anything weed related here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? Can you pull up my channel and tell me if there's any playlists that are being shared?
Well, when I went there was just one video of something. I didn't know what it was. I didn't really pay much attention.
Yeah.
But hold on a minute. Let me.
I can give you a link.
No,
to,
no. I'm good. Yeah, there's nothing in your home. Yeah, and there's 991 videos.
Wow.
Best real gypsy songs.
I didn't realize I was sharing.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But the video that was there is gone.
I took it. Yeah, I took it off. I
Yeah?
didn't mean to leave that on there.
I
Yeah.
recommend you leave a piece of shit video sitting there so that if anybody actually wants to get in touch with you, they can leave a message on the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Gotcha.
If you leave it completely blank, yeah, then there's no way anybody's going to be able to message you in any form or shape without talking to your face.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Although I would have thought I got would get a notification or something, but I didn't get one. That was weird.
If you don't get there, if you don't see it within a certain amount of time, then the notification tends to go away. There's a certain time limit. Yeah?
Activity on my comments. Yeah, activity on comments, mentions, shared content, subscriptions. Yeah, it's turned on for comments.
Mm.
That's weird. Maybe I missed it somehow. Oh well.
But yeah, a load of gypsy songs. Yeah, and I'd play them as well, but fucking yeah, why not? Fuck it.
They're mostly for my father, so they're like Slovak, folk, pop type of music.
It's probably going to
It calms
cost if
him
I put
down.
my glasses on.
Oh man, I can't find the playlist to make it private. Let's see. Oh boy, no. It's Slovak gypsy music. Not something most people would get into. It's kind of like gypsy music for gypsies.
There we go. Do you know, mate? I'm not scared of music where I can't understand what they're singing.
Oh, I can't find that.
There we go. I guess there's a proper mix of all these music.
Yeah, there's all sorts of different ones, but lately the main ones are for my pops.
Yeah.
He plays the drum to this music. You know, he's got like dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, all the stuff that he's not all there with his mind.
Yeah.
But I gave him a drum, and I thought, something musical would help him out, and now he can't be without that drum. And so I
Fuck, man. Give
made-
him a guitar
made
then.
this playlist. Yeah, I tried. That's a little bit too complicated at
Yeah.
this point. He was able to play guitar all his life, but
Yeah, what was it? Fucking
Maybe
give
forgot.
give him an organ, you know? Give him a squeeze. What are they called? Squeeze organs? The ones
oh, an accordion.
accordion. Yeah, give him an accordion. Yeah, it should come natural to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, get him sit
There you
there,
go.
do that, press the buttons. Yeah, he'll get into it.
Yeah, we've had one of those before for sure. That's a good one.
Yeah, there's never been a gypsy party ever in media where the gypsies didn't have A, someone with an accordion, and B, someone with a violin. Yeah, these two things.
Guitar.
Well, and a guitar.
guitar.
Yeah, and a guitar, maybe one or two other things, but essentially, yeah, you will never
Yeah,
see
fiddle.
any media gypsy party without like a violin or an accordion. They just go together.
Yep.
Right.
Fact.
But yeah, you're totally right, mate. You know, musical instrument, it keeps them active. Yeah.
Yeah.
Muscle
Not
memory.
long after that. Yeah, not long after that, I read an article about Alzheimer's and other problems like that. That music, playing an instrument, or even just banging on a drum, helps them. It does something with the brain, like what you were saying. It's the muscles, everything together.
Yeah.
Actually helps them with their symptoms.
And see, so the way the brain works, yeah, and I'm no expert, obviously, but the way the brain works is it creates connections between the synapses, okay? And it can create
Yeah.
these things, and it can destroy these things and repurpose them. So one connection, yeah, if it's not used very often, might get reconnected somewhere to something else and used in another connection somewhere else. Yeah. You can create extra connections. So as you ever do stuff, yeah, you start creating connections, and the more you do it, the stronger the connection is. The more neurons that connect in order to create the same effect. Like this is the way.
Yeah.
This is kind of like how the brain functions. Yeah.
Right.
And so, if you've got a brain that is somewhat forgetting what it's doing,
It's atrophying.
by repeated,
It's literally like dying.
yeah,
you
by
can see it in
repeatedly
the
doing
scans.
something, it reinforces the neurons.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I mean?
That makes total sense.
Yeah. By
It
doing
helps the
things over and
entire
over again,
brain.
it
Yeah.
as you lose the neurons, you're creating neurons. So it seems like
Yeah.
you're remembering to do these things because of the repeatedness. Yeah. I know
That's
that's
wonderful.
I know that's how the brain. That's how you learn, and that's how you forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you've forgotten things, yeah, it's because those neurons are not being used, like, and so they're not needed. They're needed elsewhere.
Yeah, that's where the atrophy is.
Yeah.
Like a quarter of his brain is basically dead. It's the way they showed in the scans. It's like shriveled up parts of his brain. And what you say makes perfect sense. I also wanted to get him lion's mane, which it does the same thing. It doesn't get you high, but it does rebuild neural pathways, connections.
It's been
and all
found
that
to
in the
help.
brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know how to treat Alzheimer's. Yeah. I've never needed to experience it.
Yeah.
No. I know one guy years ago, I knew a guy who married a woman whose father had Alzheimer's. And at the time, they had her father living with them. And he said every now and again that his father-in-law would just suddenly grab his coat, walk out the door, to go to the pub, right? But the pub that he was looking for was the pub where he used to live, and now he lives
they
somewhere
remember
else.
more about the past.
Yeah, but he still walks out the door to go to the pub, and this guy said, every time he goes missing, I have to cruise all the pubs in the area, because although he's not going to find the pub he's looking for, he will end up in a
Might
pub.
run into, yeah.
And he said, all the pubs around, at some point or other know who he is, and so whenever he turns up, they just give him a pint and give him a call. But like I say, that's about the only experience of Alzheimer's I've had.
It sounds right, especially the part about the past. So my father all of a sudden recalls all this stuff about his childhood, where he lived, and his early adulthood. Everything else after that is a blank. So a lot of times he's like, I want to go home. Like, well, where's home? And he's like, Fredek Mistek, or wherever he was from, Slovakia.
Yeah.
And it's like, Dad, we don't live there. And last time you lived there, you were like 10, 15.
Well, that's got.
But yeah,
That's got to be difficult, because he's not only living in the past, he's also living in a different country. And so where he is probably a lot of stuff is unrecognizable.
you're right.
Yeah?
He doesn't remember the last place they lived in, the place before that. He really believes, like, he'd be like, I'm leaving. I'm going back to Benešov. Benešov is where his mom lived. So, like, in his mind, he could just drive a couple hours and be with his mom.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean?
if he was to move back there, then he'd still have Alzheimer's. But at least everything would be somewhat recognizable.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
Familiar,
Yeah?
recognizable.
Right. So I mean, it must be even worse for him to be in a different country and feel that way.
Yep.
But they do say that it hits the people around them harder than it hits. They don't realise these things. They don't. They're living in the past. They don't understand. They're a different person. They're not really the one that's actually suffering as such. Yeah, it's the people around them that are having to try and look after them.
Yeah, at this point, my father's like a child, maybe like a 9-year-old child with a brain injury. So he's got physical problems and mental problems, and he's 10 years old. Same thing with my mom. My mom, she's reverted to being like 3 years old, and she needs to be like practically bottle fed and have her diapers changed, and it's like having a baby all over again. It affects the family taking care of them. In America, I don't know how it is over there. In America, they send them away. The kids don't take care of the parents. They send them to nursing homes, old people homes, etc.
My experience is we look after them as long as we can, until we can no longer actually look after them.
Yes.
Yeah?
That's what
Until they need some sort of specialist help. Yeah. When they're so old that even opening the door on a cold winter's day, it could just shock them into death.
Yeah.
You know? Or like you say, they get Alzheimer's, but you still need to go to work. Yeah, someone needs to go to work, kind of thing. Yeah, so you're the only one that can look after her, but you need to go to work, and she's got Alzheimer's. So that there comes a point where you can't look after them any longer, and so they have to go into a home. Yeah. My nan was like fucking in her 90s before we put her in her home. Yeah. I say put her in her home. She was quite happy to go.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents don't want to. As much as messed up they are, they know they don't want to go to one of those.
You know that
They wouldn't get the same care.
when
The
I
homes here, dude, they're known for horrible things like. So they don't provide everything for these people. Somebody has to go from the outside. So like, unless somebody buys you socks and brings them to you, you do not have socks. Somebody doesn't bring you pajamas so everything's provided by the family. Like, it's crazy. Even like food and stuff. If you want a little bit more food or snacks or something, somebody else has to bring it in. It's almost like prison or some shit. So there's literally people who have clothes that are they're soiled themselves. They're walking barefoot. They're lost practically, and this is the home that. These are more like government ones. If you pay for it, that's different. But the ones that the government gives are just atrocious.
yeah, well, that's always the case, ain't it?
iPod ones are not much better, unfortunately.
Over here, if you want to pay, it's
Well, you can't make
minimum.
money. If it's a paid-for system, they have to make money, so they take even just as hard shortcuts as the
True.
government system. So
Depends.
They can make a profit.
Depends from home to home. Yeah, some homes are
A lot
better
of
than
times
others.
they'll like if you don't have any money, they'll take any money you do get. So if you've been on a pension or some type of benefit, they'll take all that
Come here, you.
and supposedly provide.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you're paying anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 a month for a parent to be taken to
Private.
that place. You know,
Yeah, for a private, yeah.
private.
For
Yeah.
a private one-room condo.
Yeah.
Apartment or fucking unit or whatever you want to fucking call it.
I mean, obviously,
We have the same sort of shit here.
obviously, it depends on the family as well, because like it's the family that ultimately decide where they go.
Found out, and the government ones are now all being
Yeah.
found out for their cruelty and their bullshit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the way they mistreat.
Well, no,
people.
it's like
Yes.
no, it's like Catholic priests, okay? Some Catholic priests get branded with the pedo label, and so now everybody makes jokes about Catholic priests, all of them being pedos. Yeah, it's not like that. Yeah, it's not like all homes are the same.
Yeah, I didn't say it was like that.
Yeah.
I was just saying that now, finally, some of these
Well-
whole government places are getting caught.
Sure. Even if it's a government, even if it's a government place, yeah, I would hope that the family has done some research into the place to make sure that it at least meets standards. Yeah. And
Like I was saying,
and
if the
some
family
families probably
doesn't-
don't.
Go on the government place, you've got no fucking choice, obviously. So, otherwise, why would you be at a government place? Saying,
I
take
would.
my fucking-
I
Take
would.
my elderly father that brought me into the world. You take him because I choose it.
I would practically demand to have a choice. Yeah, to be able to choose between which home
The
I
only
go
way
to.
you can demand to have a choice is by putting him in a private.
Yeah, I doubt they get a choice here. It's probably more local
Right,
than
yeah.
anything, which is kind of cool. You know, the family's around or something.
Yeah.
But private, of course, you get to choose
I'm
any
not
single
trying
one
to be
in the
fucking
country.
argumentative or anything. I'm just debating.
Well,
That's all.
I'm just
No,
saying, if
but-
you're a caring family, then wherever that your family member is going to end up, you would take some time to do some research to make at least sure that the place is okay for them and that there are no problems. Yeah. If you're the kind of family that doesn't give a shit, then you don't give a shit, do you? Yeah. There are good places and there are bad places.
True,
Yeah.
but-
And I
but
say you
then
get a
there's-
choice.
true, but then you get the one fucking interview with the one person with all the pamphlets and all the stuff saying this is this and look at that and oh look at all of them happily playing along and blah 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 and we have bingo twice a week and this and that and they can go out and sit in the sun and all the rest of it. And
some places
it can all be fucking bullshit and it can be private or government and
look,
it can still be just as much bull fucking shit. So
I think because there are some places that are bad, yeah, then quite a lot of places like that, yeah, get a bad rep. Yeah, the experience that I had, the place that my nan went to was a rather good place. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, not all of them gonna be like that, but the government ones are more so than the private ones, and they get away with it. It's unjust. The ones that are doing it, you know what I'm saying? I think both Frisbee and I are not saying all of them. Just for me, it's the majority on the government side, and the majority on the private side are good places, and that's because they're paying a lot of money for it too, you know.
Well, yeah, just because, you know, we've all heard the fucking myths as well. Yeah, places where people pay, yet the old people there are still treated like shit.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Do you know?
That's what I was saying.
Where they're taken advantage of.
That's exactly what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, that definitely happens too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. It doesn't matter whether it's private or fucking government paid for. People still get treated like shit.
Well, with
That's
the
not fucking right.
and this is kind of like both of them, but over here I think more so the government ones. If the family is not involved, in OMG has it, so the family takes partial responsibility for why it happens, or they might not have family. But let's say you go to a government one, you're supposed to bring them clothes. You're supposed to bring them pretty much everything. And if your family doesn't give a shit about you, then yeah, you're fucking standing there in the cold, sockless, you know, with no blanket and shit like that. You know, what the fuck?
Totally.
Basic hospital fucking attire. Hospital gown and fucking.
Yeah.
Blankets and that's about it.
When my nan went into her home, it was like her going on holiday. Yeah, but with a bit more luggage. You know what I mean? She had plenty of. She took all her clothes with her, and they washed her clothes while they were there. Yeah, all they required was that we needed to put labels in all the clothes, so that they didn't ever mix up clothes. You know, to send someone the wrong clothes kind of thing because of the name. But they would wash all her clothes, and she was happy with them washing her clothes. And you know, what I'm saying is if the family care enough, they can find somewhere that's good. If they don't give a shit, then maybe they'll end up somewhere good or not. But there are places that are bad and there are good places. We just remember, because it's our nature, we tend to remember much more the bad places than the good places. The good places we don't tend to remember so much because we just take advantage that's how it's done. But the bad places we tend to remember, the bad stories
I'll never see one of them places.
Yeah.
I'll never see a retirement home.
Well, we always remember the myths, the stories, years ago of something bad happening. Push up, pup. Push up, pup. Get up. Push up, pup. Hey, sit down. Sit down. That's it. Yeah, sorry. Carry on.
Yeah. Good conversation.
I'm enjoying this music.
I can't believe you're listening to it. It's tripping me out.
I'm enjoying this music. I'll tell you.
I'm mainly on StreamYard, so I can't fucking hear it for shit.
Do you know
That's
what?
good. That's a good thing.
Do you know what? I think there might be someone else that might be enjoying this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah? I know someone else that listens to this kind of music as well.
Yeah. I love this music because of my association is with my dad getting better. You know.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, I'm not afraid of listening to music where I can't understand what the hell they're singing because
Some people are.
I'm not listening to that.
Yeah. Some people are.
I
Kind of more American.
Okay.
And a lot of people in America, they cannot. They get. What's the word? Their brains can't handle a song that they cannot understand
I've
because there's so much
experienced
into the words. Really? I think of it as all music, instrumental. Like at that point, I don't understand the voice, but it's an instrumental. It becomes an instrument with sounds. So even though it still has all these notes and
Yeah,
A voice
exactly.
is supposed to be considered an instrument, isn't it?
there you go.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've,
So to me,
I've
that's
experienced just that, mate. So I only know English. I know a few words of this, that and the other in other languages, but not enough to actually have a conversation. But when
Right.
someone says something I don't understand in another language, I use Google Translate to translate it into English. And so I'm like, oh, is that I guess it's generally what they mean. Yeah? It's not perfect, but it's generally what they mean. And so as politeness, I will translate something back into that language and then send it on chat.
Right.
And it looks like I'm conversing with someone in another language. And I
Yeah,
found,
I'll do that in chat too.
and I found that when that happens in certain places, certain individuals get really aggravated and start demanding, what the hell are you talking about?
Because it's not in the right grammar, or the word wasn't translated. I don't know if that's what you mean, because I've gotten that before. Like, that's totally wrong. That's not how you say it. And it's like, well, didn't you get the point though? Like, we're trying to communicate in different languages.
That's down
Yeah,
to your
yeah,
local
it's not gonna-
vernaculism as well.
It's not going to be perfect
Oh,
because I've translated
grammar.
something into another language and then
accent.
translated
Your
it back.
accent has to
And it's
do
not
with
the
your
same.
accent. It's to do
Sorry,
with the way
Rosie.
you sound and say words as well. Your accent. There's nothing wrong with your accent.
Ow.
You know what I mean?
Stop it.
Accent
So,
might
OMG.
make different words say sound differently to other people.
Yeah.
OMG, I'm also thinking of, those people I was talking about, they're called grammar Nazis.
Oh, grammar.
They get
Nazi.
upset if you, they get upset if something's misspelled. So then when you do reinterpret their language and write something in it, they pick out all the mistakes, and it's like, how about the message of it, rather than picking everything out.
The
Find
intent.
that I kind of find that funny when they do that.
Bonjour, Christophe. Sorry.
You send the message in good intent and they throw it back in your face. Kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Oh.
Christophe, you should hop on, buddy. Quoi.
Fuck mine.
How do, buddy?
Greetings. Kicking it.
Greetings.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Throw your rakes away. I'm surrounded by Keith, but also known as Keith.
Oh, sorry.
But I'm not sure what to call you. Throw your rakes away. Rake?
Generally, people would just say
Wait.
rakes.
My apologies. I should have introduced Rakes. This is Keith. Yeah, I chat with him over on Papa's and such. Keith, this is Rakes. Rakes is I don't know, probably my online best friend kind of.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Cool to meet you, Rakes.
Yeah. I vanished for a bit, but I'm back now.
Yeah. I don't think Keith remembers you.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm trying to recall back. Like, I don't think we've met, so, I was gone for a good, 2 years, so,
okay.
a lot happened.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just saying to Keith, we were talking about this music. Yeah, and I was just saying that, I know someone else that doesn't mind this kind of music, and I was thinking of you.
Oh,
I mean-
I thought you were thinking of me.
No. This is I've heard Rakes here playing music not too dissimilar from what this is. Yeah.
The last number of things I've recommended to listen to, none of them have been in English or intelligible. Because like I started listening to black metal when I was in my a teenager, so I just got used to not being able to understand what I was hearing. So it's just like, well, if they're singing in another language or if they're screaming into the microphone, it doesn't matter if I can understand it or not. It just it matters what it sounds like.
What's it doing
Although
down
for
there?
a while YouTube was thinking I was Russian, kept on recommending me like random like Russian people just talking to the camera. I'm like, I don't understand Russian.
Yeah, and then he sent me a link to this Russian song, and I looked at the Russian song, and then I started getting links to Russian songs. YouTubers recommending Russian songs to me.
Well, I'm pretty sure you won't get gypsy recommendations. I may be wrong.
Wow.
Wait. Yeah, I don't even get them, but now that I think about it, mine history is turned off so that YouTube doesn't remember what I watched before. You know what I mean?
Apologies. This is also Rakes. This is Brissy. Yeah.
So
He's Australian.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. Some people have a problem recognising the difference between English and Australian, so I'm just pointing out he's Australian.
Yeah. G'day, how are you?
Yeah. Kicking it.
As I say,
Kicking it?
this is Rakes.
G'day, right.
Yeah, right, let's get the page back.
Oh right, I should probably like go get chat or something.
Throw your rakes, and you sound like you're from the Midwest.
Northeast U.S.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like people do have a hard time placing where I'm from because like I just try to pronounce things as an average of how I hear them. So like, depending on what I listen to,
Yeah.
kind of determines how I talk.
Yeah. There's some states where it's like it's the standard American that, like, for example, you would hear on the news, the broadcaster.
Yeah.
They would speak in that particular accent. I'm from Chicago, and I never thought I had the accent until I moved to the desert here, and people told me I had a Chicago accent. And then, now that I've been here for about 15 years, 20 years almost, anyways, nobody says I have a Chicago accent. So it's weird. It's actually interesting. It seems like some people will have the accent for the rest of their lives, and then there's some of us that like adapt. It's fluid. We have. Yeah.
Go, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying. I don't know how it is for anybody else. It's just like anecdotal. It's my experience that I'll start sounding like the people around me naturally without even thinking about it.
Yeah, like I think if I get drunk, I start to talk pretty fast because I grew up in New Hampshire and New England, we talk kind of fast. And like, I granted I'm in Massachusetts, so I'm not that far away, but
Hey.
I try not to talk a mile a minute, but if I get wasted enough, then like it comes out.
Oh, cool. How often do you get wasted?
What's up with you?
Very, very rarely, because I used to have a drinking problem, so I quit for 15 years or whatever.
Okay, cool. Congratulations.
Yeah, like it was a struggle, but it was a struggle like a long time ago. So now it's relatively simple to keep the drinking under control.
Right. Nice. Well, some people can't have like one little sip anymore, and then some like revert to like somebody like me. Once in a great while, once every 3 months, I'll have a little drink, and that's it.
Yeah. Now I probably have like 2 or 3 6-packs a year.
No, well, I can't.
Yeah, that's like nothing.
If it's here, I'll have to drink all of it.
Yeah.
I think it's.
Would you?
I think
no
it's.
shit. I've drank 3 liters of bourbon in 70 hours.
I believe it. I
I
used to
live
drink.
stream. I just went from live stream to live stream to live stream to live stream. No food.
And you ended up here.
I ended up sober again. That's what pissed me off. I spent all that money to drink all that booze and ended up sober again. What the?
Yeah.
I'm half Polish. I was born in Czechoslovakia, but my mother's Polish. My dad's Gypsy, Romani. But I grew up in Polish culture, and my mom's side of the family. And they have this thing that when you come over to say family or friends, you bring a bottle, usually of vodka. It could be any other one, but the traditional one was a bottle of vodka. When you come in the house, you do your greetings, you sit down. The shot glasses are already set up waiting for who's ever there. And the first thing you do is have a shot with each other to your health. That's what they say, right?
Okay.
And,
That's not so bad.
It is.
yeah,
A single shot. That's okay. You can deal with that.
Well, no, I have no self-control.
Every time I do a shot,
Okay.
exactly what I say is to your health.
awesome.
Every shot. No matter what.
There's a word for that in Russian, and it's a similar word in Polish because they're all Slavic languages,
Yeah.
and a similar word in Czech and Slovak. And so in Polish, it's na zdrowie,
Yeah.
to your health. In Czech, it's na zdraví, which means the same thing. And
I hang out with a Polish dude every Saturday on his live stream.
in Russian, it's na zdrowia.
That's what I'm
It
thinking.
all mean the same thing. And I'm sure the other Slavic languages that are in different countries and stuff, they speak that. It's very similar. And then there's this whole thing between the Polacks and the Russians. Who invented vodka? Who had it first? And the Polacks say, we invented vodka. And
Yeah.
so vodka means little water.
I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be back.
All right. So vodka literally means water, but little water, kind of. It's kind of hard to translate, but it has to do with water. And the way you say water in all these Slavic languages is the same. So it's like, how do you figure out who came up with it? They bring up these old history books and shit from the 1600s or whatever. The big giant ones that are like 6 inches fucking thick. Seeing, who was making this shit. And after a while, they did find out it was the Polish, but the Russians still claim it as they were the first. So it's still like a stupid fucking argument. But at the same time, this is how it is in Europe, Like
Yeah.
certain wines or certain cheeses have to come from a specific area, or you're not getting the real shit.
Oh,
And or the real shit has been copied and it's illegal because it's kind of like a trademark or whatever they call it.
yeah.
But there's like Parmesan cheese, unless it comes from someplace in Italy, it's not. I've never had real Parmesan cheese.
There's a rule in the EU that says certain things have to come from certain places, which is a real
Yeah, exactly.
which is a real bitch because cheddar doesn't just come from cheddar. Yeah, neither does Edam. Yeah, but Parmesan has to come from Parma, or wherever the fuck it,
Exactly.
or wherever the hell it actually
Yes.
comes from. It has to come from that
Yes.
region. Yeah, otherwise it's
Yes.
not that.
You can't call it
Yeah.
that. You can't call something Parmesan over there. Over here, they let us do it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
For
I
whatever
suppose-
reason, America gets away with that. Like a lot of
Well,
things.
America's really good
Label.
about stealing other people's culture, so not surprised.
America isn't part of the EU. It doesn't have to go along with the same agreements as the EU. Yeah.
That's
This is-
right.
that's
That's
it.
right. I thought maybe they could still sue us or something, but you're right. It has to do more with the European Union
Yeah.
policies and
I think
stuff.
it's. I think it's the same with the most classic version is the champagne. Is that you can have fizzy wine anywhere, but you can't call it champagne unless it comes from the
Right.
Champagne area of France.
Yeah, yeah. That's wild, isn't it? So
Yeah.
they call it what? Bubbly or something?
Oh,
Bubble water?
it comes in many different names, does it? But it still
Oh,
tastes
okay.
the same. I mean, it tastes the same to an undiscerning taste.
But what does it say on the bottle for champagne?
I don't know.
How
I
do you
don't
know what
drink
you're getting?
champagne often enough.
Oh, okay, my bad. I forgot you said already answered.
Yeah, I just know this. This is a classic thing, a myth.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's a
That's
myth.
a-
I think it's true, like, you know. But
No, it's true.
there are
That's
plenty
just
of
European
wines that
Union,
can't
you're
call
right.
it.
hmm
I'm sure.
There's something to do with. There was a big thing with beer. But not Bush, Budweiser.
Yeah.
Budweiser actually was part of the, maybe it still is part of Czechia. And there's been beer named Budweiser there for hundreds of years. But I'm not sure if that's what deal was, the big Budweiser company or versus the little town even where it was, you know, where it came from. But there was some type of issue with that.
Sorry, Brissy.
Bush and I'm. Don't they own Budweiser?
I didn't understand that. Something about
I
Budweiser.
mean,
Yeah, Anheuser-Busch does own
Bush
Budweiser.
Anheuser. Isn't that the company that owns Budweiser?
Oh, okay.
Anheuser-Busch? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll go back to front.
No, I just didn't understand the words. All I heard was Budweiser at the end.
Oh, okay.
You know who's the big owner of alcohol worldwide? Siemens? Fuck, I forget the name now.
Seagram's?
No.
Seagram's. Seagram's is a giant conglomerate. Oh, well, with alcohol, I don't know if conglomerate, not a monopoly like that, but they might be the world's. They sell the most amount of alcohol worldwide. I'm almost positive because they went on a buying spree. They bought all these other brands. You know, kind of like some tech companies do.
Yeah. Their
Just buy
whiskey
'em out.
is not good. Like, I was able to drink it, but it wasn't good whiskey.
Yeah, that like tastes like some cheap shit.
Yeah. It was some cheap shit, but like, you know, free whiskey is free whiskey.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's why it tasted
yeah.
like shit. Free whiskey. But then again, when you want to drink, you want to drink.
So here's some brands. Seagram's Gin, of course. Kahlua is now Seagram's. Captain Morgan Rum is now Siemens. Absolute Vodka is Siemens. And many, many, many more. Some type of Royal Crown, Royal Stag, Crown Royal, Fireball.
Hey, but that's in
Those,
your
I'm just
country.
reading off the ones I know. There's a lot more here.
Is that in your country or is that the worldwide ownership?
No, they're like in Scotland. They own all these distilleries, and with different brand names.
Viewers and fucking. Oh fuck, I can't remember. My brother drinks it, but it's only made in Scotland.
Does
the
here-
only place it's made in one distillery. That's why it costs so much.
Yeah, all in all, what it
Cheap as
comes down
Regal.
to is
Cheap as Regal.
Siemens had more than 180 alcohol brands at this time. 180 alcohol brands.
Yeah.
I don't have their numbers, how much they make all that, but
No, but that's
pretty
what
sure it's
I
a
mean.
lot of money.
That's what I mean. It all comes back to one company. That's why they don't give a fuck if it tastes like horse piss or not.
Mass production.
I
The
know you're gonna
taste-
fucking drink. I know you're gonna drink the shit anyway. So
Taste will always suffer when you switch to mass production. Yeah, that's why there's always a place for the microbrewery. Yeah, because they can concentrate better on the taste than the quantity.
Could be true.
The same thing with
Either
weed,
that, or
right?
the factory uses a really good fucking filtration system
Right.
and puts the work in,
So,
which costs a lot of money.
Yeah. I always thought the money in the end of this whole weed game is going to be in craft cannabis. It's going to be the one guy who grows super duper weed and he's got a few customers, maybe, I don't know, maybe more
Sure.
customers, but not doing in mass production where a couple guys take care of 1 million plants, but more so a couple guys that are taking care of fewer plants and they can focus on those plants more. It doesn't take much to grow, but I'm just saying.
It's still fucking illegal here.
Oh, you're kidding me, dude.
No.
That's ridiculous. But you guys do have one
The
part.
biggest,
What
the
is it?
biggest THC factory was making fucking them pills or dots or fucking micro dots or whatever the fuck you want to call them. It's in Queensland. It's owned by a Canadian company, and everything that comes out of it, because it goes from the farm product into the fucking factory, into the chemistry department, and out the fucking door onto a plane straight to Canada.
I think you'll find that when it becomes legal in the UK, it will become legal in Australia.
I think it's like
Yeah.
fucking 20,000
A lot of the
square kilometres.
So a lot of the big companies,
Queensland.
the multi-conglomerates that run the UK, also have a big influence in Australia. You see, so if you're talking,
the king is still out there, our king. Yeah.
if you're talking about the hand behind the king,
Good old Charles.
yeah, then there would be a similar hand in Australia as to here. If that makes sense to you.
No, because we've independently gone our own way on lots of other shit that you have not done in the UK.
Yeah, sure, but there are still companies that own companies that own companies. Yeah.
The
what
moment
you're saying
UK,
is-
Of course, you don't even have Woolworths in the UK anymore.
No,
Woolworths
because it's
is the
unprofitable.
biggest fucking grocery company in Australia, and you don't even have Woolworths over there anymore, except for here and there and little random places.
Yeah, but
But
you.
for
we used to
here,
have
it's the biggest fucking grocery company in the entire country.
Yeah, you were going to say rates.
So I know what you mean.
Oh, the bottom half of the stream has legal weed. The top half, still waiting on that.
Coincidental.
Oh yeah,
wild.
yeah.
Southsiders versus the Northsiders.
Yeah.
That's a shame, isn't it?
Right.
I mean, does England want to be the last country? Like, it makes me wonder sometimes about these states here. We still have a few left. Like, do they seriously want to wait till their last one?
I don't.
Just get it over with.
So there was a study done, okay? And when the government does a study, sometimes it can take a long while in order to get the results. And we're just starting to get the
NHS?
results. We're just starting to
NHS?
get the results of this study that's been like for 5 years. Yeah?
A medical
And
study?
so, yeah, well, it's just a study into medical. Is there benefits to it or not?
Okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what anybody says or what proof they have, nothing is going to happen until this report comes out. Yeah? And
Okay.
depending on this report, it depends, I think, greatly depends on whether we go legal. Because no politician is going to stick their neck out without some kind of justification, yeah, in order to legalise weed. Because if anything goes wrong, and let's face it, it's a big change in the law, okay? So you got to understand that You can't just willy-nilly between laws. Laws take time to write and get processed into proper law, yeah. And so, if you're going to do it, yeah, you got to do it right. And if you don't do it right, then something can go wrong. And if it goes wrong, you get the blame for it, yeah. And so, no politician actually wants to stick her neck out yet. But this report, as to whether it is medical use or not, yeah, greatly influences what is to come later. Because if it justifies the fact that there is, and there will be, I'm sure that the finding will be that there is a benefit to it, then the politician that brings it into legality, if then something goes wrong, they can then refer to the study saying that this is what it is, you know?
Right.
Kind of like, you know, whatever happens next, they got a get out of jail card to say it wasn't my fault, it was the report's fault, they didn't inform me right. Or whatever, you know what politicians are like, the sleazy little bastards. Yeah, but so it greatly depends on this report, yeah, as to whether we'll go legal. And like I say, the big people that are really at the top, yeah, that people don't know about, yeah, the truly top
the
people,
Russians.
they have influence in multiple different countries, and I'm saying that the people at the top that have the control in the UK also would have the control in Australia as well. Maybe not total control in Australia like they have here, but they would certainly have very strong influences. And so I would say that if the British went legal, then the Australians, I don't think, would be very far behind, along with the New Zealand as well. I think New Zealand is still illegal.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yes.
You're Australian, you'd know better than I. Well, you're
As
closer.
far as I know, yes. They have medical,
Yeah.
like we have
Yeah.
medical here, but you have to jump through lots of red tape to get medical.
Here, so I jumped through some of the hoops before I gave up, alright? And I'll tell you where I gave up. Here, okay, you can send some, there's a doctors, private doctors, where you can go online, give them permission to access your medical records. Once they receive your medical records, they will then, want you to arrange an appointment to see them. This appointment, varies, okay, in cost, but it's reasonably expensive, Then you have the appointment with the doctor, and you explain what your problem is, excessive pain, I don't know, whatever your problem is, and how much weed you recommend that you need. And then the doctor will have a chat with you, and then he'll write you a prescription that you can then send to a company, In order to continue getting prescriptions, you have to have 3 to 4 appointments a year, okay? Now, I can't quite remember how much the initial appointment is, or how much the follow-up appointments are, but generally the whole lot will cost you about £250 to get to a point where you can then buy weed legally and then get it privately couriered from the company in the UK to your door, and presumably have a get out of jail if a policeman catches you with a certain amount of weed on you. You can then say it's medical, and so that
Right.
that it's within the boundaries of the law, kind of thing. They can't arrest you for it. But like I say, it will cost you £250 before you start paying for the weed. And that I stopped at the appointment. Sorry, Bussy, you go ahead.
I said for me it was it would be $300 for the appointment, but my sister just got on and she said, no. I'll hook you up with my doctor because it's all done over the internet. $70 and you'll be on. I went, okay.
I had to pay $400 and I had cancer. That was nuts, getting a medical card.
Yeah. So for me, I didn't have the money to spend. Plus, I thought there was the ethical problem here that the people that need it most tend to be the ones that are on benefits. The ones that are on benefits tend to be the people that have the least amount of money, disposable money to spend, yeah, and as such, yeah, like they can't afford to get the medicine that they want, yeah.
Unless you're diagnosed as fucking someone with leukemia.
You get what I mean? Well,
liver cancer or whatever, then they'll give you the shit, no problems.
I'm sure there will come a time, yeah, where your normal GP will be able to write the prescription.
Here, have as much weed as
But
you
until
fucking
then, yeah, you have to pay for a private doctor to do it. This report may well change everything. Yeah?
want. Over there,
Yeah.
come. Well, I hope it fucking works out right because as I was listening to someone the other day said there's probably more people in the world now that have actually smoked weed than have not.
You wouldn't believe how many weed factories there are in the UK.
No, well, just that one simple fact.
Yeah?
There are probably more people from all over the world, including places like the fucking Middle East where they say it's a horrible, evil fucking thing. They smoke the shit, they smoke hashish. Fucking, don't give me that bullshit. That same as China, all the rest of it.
Well, not so, mate.
Everyone
so,
in
there
the
were-
world, there'd be more people
there
in
used-
the world.
there used to be
alive that
places-
haven't smoked weed
There used to
and
be
have-
places where you would get put in prison just for having a small
Used
amount.
to be. Used to be. That's the point.
Well, there
Used
are
to be.
still places
What
in this.
about now?
I'm telling you now, there are still places in this world. There are many places in this world where you will still get arrested for even having the smallest amount on you.
Yeah, me.
Yeah?
Hey. Police walk at my front door right now. I'm fucking going in way in handcuffs.
I'm trying to say is that the
If someone wants to dox me and fucking do it, here we go. You can watch me get carted up and handcuffed.
different places,
Holy shit.
different places in the world have a different opinion of weed. Yeah, and obviously that opinion has changed greatly over the last
Yeah.
so many years, but there's still many places where you will get put straight into jail just for having a joint.
Yeah. True. Very true.
Yeah, there's still states like that in America.
Well, as an American, I suppose you get a little bit of a get out of jail kind of don't come back if you're in another country. But if you're a national of that country, then yeah, you're going to jail, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had again when I was in Japan. I only had a few joints. Yeah, people sent to me, and that was dangerous enough. Like sending me hash,
that was
like.
risky.
The law, I would have got immediately sent back to the UK.
That's fucking crazy you did that.
Huh?
You're a madman.
Well, I mean, I would have, if I'd have got
You're a
caught,
fucking
if I'd have got
madman.
caught by the police smoking,
What?
yeah, I would, no doubt, I would have got deported.
Holy shit.
I'd have probably spent a few days in prison,
Oh,
yeah, and then got
days.
deported.
No, more than days. Oh my god.
You know, just to
Dude,
put,
well, I
just to-
read that stuff is so hard to get that it was $100 a gram at the time I read it
mm,
of bud.
but I hear, I mean, that was years ago, but I hear it's not changed very much in Japan. They still have the same opinion about it.
They
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
keep hold of their culture.
There's
And I don't blame them. That's fair enough. They already got feminism in there trying to fucking destroy it.
well,
So just leave them alone to do their own fucking thing and sort themselves out. It's their own culture. They're allowed to do what they want to do. Who are we to judge? They don't judge our culture. Try and tell us what to do.
yeah, some people do, but that's another question. Yeah.
I don't think anybody's.
I've never
I don't
heard the
think
Japanese
anybody,
try and tell us what to do.
I don't think I don't know who's telling them
Purple.
what to do, but it's expensive because the laws are super strict with it, right? So you could spend a lot of time in prison for having a fucking speck of weed. So I think growers don't want to. It's much more riskier to grow weed over there, way riskier. So the price goes
Oh
up
yeah.
to $100 a gram.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them, for the smokers there, because they're paying a lot of money, you know.
Yeah.
But telling them what to do, I don't.
A pound
I'm
of
not
weed
into that.
here is about $3.5 grand.
What
Let's
of
be
what?
honest. I don't have the money to fucking buy it or the connections at the moment, but I still have connections to know what the prices are. 3,500 for a pound of weed.
Oh, but that's Australian dollars, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
so probably 2,800 pounds for you.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what weed goes for anymore. It's been
Me
Neither
neither.
do I. Neither do I.
7
I
years?
just have someone who can bring me some every now and then. And I give him some money and everything's cool and we have a talk and we have a chat. And
Been so long
Sometimes
ago
we-
since I last bought some.
we just sit down and have a beer and have a conversation for a while and share a joint, whatever, and he goes away and I have my happiness and everything's cool.
Yeah, right. Well, look, I'm going to hit an end to this. I've been up for a while. Nearly at 3 hours. Yeah, so I'm going to call an end to this. Yeah, hang around a moment, Keith. I wanted to have a word.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. All right, guys. Whoever's in chat, have a good one. And again, yeah, if you're enjoying this kind of stuff, yeah, check out my homepage at the bottom. There's a link to my other channel where I'm doing this thing. So it's up to you if you want to. Till then, I'll see you guys later, and I'm gonna sign off.
later, chat.
Later, everybody. Peace.